What is up, everybody? It's Tuesday night. Time to talk some football. You guys all know me, right? Loudmouth of the South, SAJ. I'm actually coming to you live from a studio tonight, and it happens to be the Rock Island studio over on Fredericksburg Road in the Medical Center. If you're old like me, you remember that place.
Very nice. Very nice. What is up, everybody? I am BD. Today, I'm going to be coming at you from the Brackenridge Park Gondola Ride Studios. I mean, that classic spot for, anybody who's ever downtown at the zoo. It was an awesome thing. And I was so bummed when they got rid of it. But, dude, 100 episodes. Here we are.
100 episodes, baby. Here we are. Look at how far we have come in just 100 short episodes. Yeah. 2.5 years, I might add. But, man, it feels good. Lots of hard work, lots of effort going into this. This is going to be a huge show. We've got so much going on. We've got about 250,000 guests backstage. That's not really true at all. But let's bring on our first guest because they're in a different time zone and life sucks. Just having to deal with that. So here we go. MI Panther Pride, gentlemen, welcome to Texans Talking Football.
Thanks for having us, fellas. Guys, congratulations on 100 episodes. That's a big deal.
Congratulations, fellas. Thanks for having us on for the Centurion episode.
Yeah.
Yes. We are obviously super excited. We've been doing this for a while. We love doing this. Self-funded, just everything about it, man. The best part is meeting guys like you and all the other fans from around the league and just interacting and just talking football, right? We're at a golden time in life where we have football all year round and we can talk any kind of football at any time, right? A couple of months, right? We could have University of Michigan talk versus University of Wisconsin, right? Some Big Ten action there. Mm-hmm. We could talk Green Bay versus Detroit, but we all know the superior team is in Green Bay, so that's fine. It's okay. We don't hate on you guys. I know. I just wanted to see how long you would put up with that before you actually said something back. But we're here for UFL opening weekend. Guys, talk to me. I've got 3 major questions for you. First of all, what do you think of your team this season? Second, who do you think your biggest offensive weapon is going, or who do you think your biggest weapon is going to be on your team, offense or defense? And third, what is your prediction for this weekend's game?
You want me to go first?
Yes, sir.
All right. So, what was the first question again?
Biggest weapon.
Biggest weapon on the offense. We've updated our receiver core, but I think our running back room, I think that's definitely going to be ground and pound, shoving the ball down your throat, playing some hardcore football. That's going to be our biggest offensive weapon.
Yeah, but I was kind of on the same train, but I was going to go more offensive line. I think that is going to bode well for, whether we run the ball or pass it. So I'd say our line.
Nice.
I can't remember the second one now.
What do you think of your team so far? What do you think of your team so far?
Oh, our team so far? I think we have a great team, I believe. I think having the most players returning gives us such an advantage coming into week 1 in the early season, since a lot of the players already know the terminology and the language, and they have that chemistry already, so they know what it's like. You know what I'm saying? They know what to expect. They all have the same mindset. This is Revenge Tour 2025.
Yes. Okay. And so then, predictions for this weekend. How do you think you guys are going to do?
I think with the recent news of what's going on over there with the captainless boats, I'm thinking that it's going to be. I think the showboats are going to be better. I'll give them that, but I do think that we are going to just come out swinging. I think that what Lauren alluded to, us having that camaraderie and just cohesion from last season, I think we're going to hit the ground running, and I don't think the showboats are ready for it right now, especially.
Okay.
So how do you think you guys have retooled as your conference? Do you have what it takes to be top in your conference, do you think?
Absolutely. I know with the upgraded defense at Memphis, that's going to be a hurdle, and Birmingham's going to be a hurdle. But I definitely think that we have retooled where we needed to retool to come out farther in the postseason.
Yeah. I think, like he said, I think Birmingham is that's a big hill to climb, especially 3-time hill. So, we got an uphill.
One time. We don't care about leagues that aren't around anymore. One time.
We're cutting it. All right. So going into year 2, absolutely, we have what it takes. We're gonna defend the title on the USFL side, I believe. So
very nice.
Okay. And I will say again, we're Texans, right? Big pride, big arrogance here. Watch out for Houston, right? Houston is retooled and restacked, and so they may be the sleeper this year, like you guys kind of were last year. So don't count them out until after the first week, right? Let's see what they got and see what happens.
After the first week, you can count them out, but not till then.
Yeah. At
not
least
till then.
Let them fail week 1. I mean, get through week 1.
Right. Okay. The other reason why I wanted to bring you guys on is because we have a pretty diverse audience, right? We don't just cover Texas. We kind of are a little bit all over the place. So I wanted to make sure to bring you guys on first with the time zone difference, and then also to kind of plug yourself shamelessly, right? You guys have a show. Let's talk about that show real quick.
Go ahead, Jesse.
My Panther Pride. We're MI Panther Pride, Michigan. Michigan Panther Pride. On pretty much every social media, Twitter, X, Instagram, YouTube. But we just cover the Michigan Panthers. We try to get out 2 shows a week. We used to have a lot of recurring player guests, but now with the season coming in, we're trying to bring on more fans and just get people thinking about the league, thinking about other teams. So if you want to come check out anything that we got going on with the Panther season, UFL, I mean, we cover really big news, but yeah, it's a good time. I mean, we're real low key like you guys. We're not real uptight. We kind of just shoot the crap while we're on. So
very nice.
We definitely shoot the crap, but it's more kind of at the players and stuff, right? That's kind of what me and BD do. So
well, I am very excited to see you guys on the 13th because we are going to be. We got a collective, so now we got two sections that are going to try to drown you out when you're here. So
good luck, man. Me and this dude here, we've broken some DB records before, and probably also some obscenity laws in the process as well. Not that we are yelling the obscenities, but we've had some yelled back at us once or twice.
Yeah, yeah. You were saying you've pushed some buttons, man. That's for sure.
A little bit. A little bit.
Yeah. A little bit.
Yeah, no,
okay.
We'll definitely be up there for the game. So, I mean, can't wait to see you guys.
Definitely. Super excited. So, again, fans, make sure you check out MI Panther Pride on all the social media. They're everywhere. You see them on Facebook, on YouTube, all that good stuff. Make sure you're following these guys, right? These guys are in the exact same position that BD and I and the Horns Forward podcast group was last year when we were trying to push, or well, actually, 2 years ago?
2 years ago. A little over 2 years ago.
Right. When we were trying to push awareness and everybody was hating on San Antonio because of the problems that we had with like the Commanders and just being burnt several times by several different leagues. Nobody really wanted to get behind it. But look at us now. Here we are, right?
Oh.
So make sure you're showing love for MI Panther Pride. And shots fired already, man.
Yeah. That's fired.
Yeah, but guys, make sure you're following them. Show them some love. Make sure if you have friends up in the northern area that you're sharing these guys' podcast with them, and just help them continue to get the word out there in their community. Because again, like I said, they're grinding just like we had to, and every team can use the support. Right, one league. We're all here together, so we can talk trash, we can bash on each other, but we're all here to support each other as well, right? This league doesn't survive without all the teams. So make sure you're showing them that love. Guys, you got anything else before we bring on our next guest?
Yeah, actually, the game that you guys are coming to, we've organized a group event. So I know you guys aren't going to be part of it because you got to be in there to get the words in. We'll say, but yeah, we're trying to get a bunch of people together for that game on April 13th. So if we get enough people, we can get on the field, get maybe some special fan engagement stuff. So all the links are in all of our stuff, all our videos on YouTube. So if anybody's interested, we're gonna be hanging out and trying to get a good group together.
Awesome.
Dude, that would be so awesome. I would love to desecrate Ford Field. I mean, go visit Ford Field.
We're having a tailgate before, and we were having some chorizo Brahma breakfast burritos, so we'll be full.
Ouch. Maybe we'll bring some kitty cat snacks. So, all right, guys, appreciate it. We got to kick you off. We got to bring on the next guest, right?
Yes, sir.
And my
Thank
friend,
you,
good
guys.
luck this weekend.
Later.
Definitely. Thanks, guys. Okay, so that's off. Let's bring on our next guest. It's pretty obvious who he's going to be.
Yes.
Captain Obvious.
Yes. Welcome.
Yes.
Welcome. Congratulations on the number of podcasts that you've been doing. This is fantastic.
I
Thank you,
appreciate
sir.
it, man.
Thank you.
I appreciate it. The podcast number is almost up to how old I feel right now, but that's all right. We'll get through it.
You're the
So-
backbone of this league. It's fantastic. I love it.
Yes. Okay. So, Captain Obvious, everybody knows who you are. I mean, it's pretty obvious. You're the DC guy. I wanted to try and bring on some of your other cohorts, but couldn't really make contact with them, and that's okay.
You like
That's that guy. But he just was not. He was not responding to me, and that's okay because he's probably getting fired up for the season. He's coming out of his hibernation and donning his war gear and drinking his DC beer, which I think I have one here somewhere. But see, there you go.
One right here.
Look at all that.
cool about it, because he has to be available all the time for you guys.
Yes. Well, he doesn't have to be. We just would really like it if he was.
If he's dressed like this, he has to be.
That's true. So
It's obvious, though, isn't it?
yes. So we actually got to meet you in person our first season when you guys came down to San Antonio. And then we got to actually hang out with you when we went to DC last season. And I got to say, it was an absolute blast. You were a great representative of your team and your city. You treated us with such great hospitality. We absolutely love you. So enough kissing booty here. Talk to me. What do you think of your team? What do you think? Who's your?
I think we should first. What do you think of the news around your team first? Just
It's going to be the last question.
we got to lead with that, dude. Don't bury the lead. Big question up front. Let's go. What do you think about the coaching news and all that stuff? How are you feeling about that?
The coaching news is okay. Barlow wanted to go and do something else, and I think he wanted to get back into the college mindset. But we're in good hands. He's had Harris. He's had Harris for like 2 or 3 years, and we won't miss a beat with him. But I think what you'll find is a more defensive attitude here in DC. The offense will become more vanilla, but the strength that we're going to have is on defense.
Yeah.
And a lot of people don't like the defensive game, but it's going to fire us up because when we get the beer snake rolling, nothing can stop us.
I do. I think you guys get a major boost this year with Abrams coming back.
Yep.
Y'all are actually probably were my favorite team. Coaching news.
Well, we kind of underperformed a little bit, but that's okay.
Yeah.
Now
there was the report today that Barlow's expected to maybe take your interim coach and all that, but I
Well,
would hope that it would be at the end of the season.
No, well, yeah, I think he's here for the season, though, right?
They don't know. It just broke like today, or just reported today that he's expected to take most of the coaching staff with him.
Wow.
Now my only question is, it's got to be at the end of the season, because why would he take the interim job if he knew that he was going to be offered a position on Barlow's staff? So I'm thinking it's going to be at the end of the season, but I don't know.
Yeah, that's a wait and see, because that kind of that really leaves us in a lurch for being competitive when it comes to that, because now we're a ship without a rudder.
Yep.
And unless you get an X's and O guy in here really quick, it's going to be very vanilla all the way through. But I still stand behind the defense portion of our team is going to be the strongest aspect that we can deliver.
Yeah, if you got a strong defense, and like I said, you got your strong running game, you guys should be able to weather some storms. So
we can't get too fancy now. We're not going to be shooting a lot of fancy double reverses, but we may have to revert to that. You never know. But if we can counter Trey you to death, I think that might be the best option for us.
Excellent. So I do have one favor to ask of you, Captain Obvious. Can you do BD and I a favor and tell Bellamy that we said hello?
Sure. Yeah.
Tell him
he's going to remember us.
Your two favorite jackasses from San Antonio said hello.
Yeah, let me get him on the phone. Hold on a second.
That's all right. That's all right. We're going to see him in San Antonio. We'll see him in DC. We're going to say hi ourselves.
It's going to be fantastic. The energy that this league has is off the charts, and I love it. I love every second of it.
Yes. Now, talk to me. Predictions for your game this weekend. What are you thinking?
Well, if we have a coach, heck, you know what? I'm raising my hand. I can call X's and O's with anybody out there. I'll put them in the right direction. We'll counter Trey them. I think we'll win.
There you go.
Sure, why not?
Captain Obvious says, run the ball to the end zone.
I picked you guys to win in our Horns Forward little pick'em contest. I was considering moving over to Birmingham once the news of the coach and stuff, but I'm sticking with you guys for this week.
I couldn't get mad at you for that decision. That's for sure.
But I'm still rolling with you, man.
Yep, I'm picking you guys because A, we're friends. I love DC. B, can't stand Birmingham. Right, so it's a double whammy when you guys win. I'm gonna be cheering just as loud as you guys will.
We'll do our best.
You're gonna get it done. I know you will. All right, Captain Obvious, thank you so much for stopping by. I appreciate it. We do need to get to our next guest. Guys, start looking up for Captain Obvious on social media, on Facebook, all the stuff. He's there. You can find him. All right. He's a legend. So, and I cannot wait to come to DC and hang out with you. And hopefully maybe this time I won't see some of those special surprises that I did in the Francis Scott Keys Park like we did last year.
Yeah, we will.
I'm just saying.
We've got more options open to us now too, by the way. We've got more to offer down here. So it's going to be good.
Very
excellent.
Nice. Well, I'll be making the trip this time too. I missed it last time, but can't wait to go this year.
We'll roll out the welcome mat for you, and we love you guys.
Fantastic, man. Thank you so much for jumping on with us.
You bet.
Thank you. See you, bud. Okay, so our next guest is a very awesome individual. He was very kind. He was very generous. We went there last year. We're in a game where it did not look like things were going to turn out great for us, and last second touchdown. This person was very gracious and was like, man, did not expect that. Congratulations. Very warm, very friendly, and has been a good friend ever since. Let's bring on the boatsman. There he is, my guy.
What's up, guys?
He is also responsible for this bad boy right here, right? He hooked me up with the guy that can make these, and it's like speed dating. And I got to tell you, man, it is stressful. But
Oh, what are
oh
those
my
little
gosh,
Uglies? That's nice.
man, boatsman, when you go all out, you go all out, and I love it, man. I love that energy. Okay, so essentially same three questions for you. I know you've got the issue with the coach going on, and we're definitely want to talk about that. And get your thoughts on that whole situation. His is a little different though, right? Your coach is leaving for some health issues, and so that's a little bit different than like Barlow leaving for a job opportunity. But talk to me about your team. Who you think your biggest weapon is going to be this season, and what do you think of your game against Michigan this weekend?
Well, since you're asking the boatsman and not me, then I'm basically going to say Memphis wins 28-17 over Michigan. That being said, I don't know how. I'm puzzled, really, to be honest with you, because from what I heard through the grapevine is that the only person calling plays in the practices was Coach Wisenhunt. So that puts a lot of stress on the guys. And I already made a statement earlier this season about Coach Turner having the weight of the world on his shoulders because, as you know, he was our O-line coach last year. And we affectionately like to call it the no line. So he's got a lot to prove. And now here it is. He's going to be the interim head coach. Whew. It's
a tough battle, man.
It's tough. And I mean, I'm extremely confident with Coach Horton and the defense. I mean, extremely confident with them. Seeing Boogie there. Of course, we got Big John Atkins Sr. back. So, I mean, that's great. And I really feel like, he did a lot with the Maulers in 23. He brought them from subpar up to going to the championship and playing our favorite, the Birmingham Stallions. And, yeah. But, no, he's a great defensive coordinator, and I think he's definitely going to wind up being a head coach himself. I actually thought perhaps he might have been the interim head coach, but they're going to run with Turner on it. So we'll see. Stranger things have happened. I mean, we talked about this before. This time last year, they had the Boats way up there at the top of the list and the Brahmas way down at the bottom, which I didn't agree with that anyway, because I thought we were going to do really well because Flip had done so well with the New Orleans Breakers. But with San Antonio, the Brahmas last year were not the Brahmas the year before. If anything, they would have been close to calling them the Roughnecks from the year before. That wasn't a bad team.
Don't start that now. Don't start that.
Well, it's just that they took the talent from them when Wade came over. And for them to say, they're going to be in the bottom of the league, I thought, how? How is San Antonio going to be in the bottom of the league? And I told you, Jason, when you were there at the Liberty Bowl, when I said, I got you guys going 8-2. And I said, this game ain't over, which I honestly hoped it was, but it wasn't. But, I mean, I knew they were going to go 8-2, and I think they're going to go 8-2 again this year. And probably go all the way. So, I mean, I'm pleased for you guys. I'm happy for you guys. I'm still very optimistic about our season, but it's scary. And for a coach to take a leave of absence with 6 days before the first kickoff, it's got to be pretty serious. So instead of harping on that, I've just told people that I know, well, just say a prayer for the guy because something's not good. I mean, I haven't heard fact what is happening or anything. I just heard personal matters. Personal matters can be many things, but
yeah, I mean, it may be a health issue. It may be just something going on in his life. So really, I mean, I mean,
So
pray
leave
for the
at this
guy, hope
point
for the
is
best,
serious.
you know.
So,
Oh, I think this was Jackie's response to you saying we're basically the Roughnecks. So I concur with
yeah,
her. I
yeah,
mean, we still
and
have like
you want to be
75%
careful.
of our team from the year before. So
Yeah, and you
Yeah,
want to be
it's just
careful because
when you
Jackie
bring
hits
in a
really
coach like
hard.
he did, it's a different mentality that can change
yeah,
everything. I mean, and that's Wade's a proven winner, anyways. And I don't even mean it so much as in football, but as in leadership. He brings out the best in a person. I
yep.
mean, I don't just mean on the field, I mean off the field. You can go all the way back to that game when the Brahmas played here at the Liberty Bowl. If you watch some of the sideline footage, you can see him going over and talking to some of the guys and showing what their problem is and why they were at this level and not higher was discipline. You know, and he told them, you're better than that. You know, you've got to
Yeah.
stay
We
disciplined. Don't do that. And
we
that to
still talk
me,
about that
that's a
that
great coach.
conversation he had with the player to this day. I mean, we were talking about it last night on the show. It's
Yeah.
It's great.
He's a great
Yep.
coach and he's a great man. So, you know, I even to playing against him, I can't wish anything bad because I just like the guy. So, you know, I felt bad.
Yeah,
His NFL career in coaching didn't really go like I think he wanted it to, but he still shaped and formed a lot of great players out there, regardless of what titles he may or may not have ever won. So, I think you guys got a really good chance of getting him that title this year. I really do.
I'm hoping.
I'm extremely hopeful, man. I'm extremely hopeful. By the way, that was Max. He's my guest host. Horrible pain in the behind. Boatsman, absolutely love having you on. Love the friendship that we built over this last year. Just hanging out. Cannot wait to see you. Even if it's not at our game, because I know you have something going on that weekend. And it sounds interesting, old but interesting. But
Definitely different. So
yeah,
once in a
if you ever
lifetime
get it,
opportunity. We couldn't pass it up. So we took any finances that we were going to have for road trips and put it towards this event. So
understood, and family is always a big thing for us. I'm sure you know that.
yeah,
So you definitely want to do your thing. But your game prediction this weekend,
my game prediction, like I said, 28 to
your game,
17. If you're going to
your
ask
not the boatsman, Jeremy.
Jeremy, you ready?
Mm-hmm.
35 to 12. And you
In
know, I'm not saying Memphis.
okay,
I can be honest. I mean, I just think that that's a shock to the system. Those guys woke up
yeah,
hearing, head coach is gone. And even if it was before us, even if they already knew it was coming, they still woke up that day and they were like, wait a minute, what? And I had already heard several of them, Boogie included, and Coach Horton talking about the atmosphere at training camp and the brothership and the bonding, and it was really good to hear. So this definitely is throwing a wrench into the system, and that's why I don't have high hopes for game one. That doesn't mean I don't have high hopes for the rest of the season. I mean, the season can change. I mean, they are supposedly going with Wisenhunt's program and everything, and it almost sounds as if there's even a chance that if whatever this personal situation is resolved, he could be back before the end of the season. So, but the only thing is, this isn't the NFL, and the UFL really is a short season. So,
No.
yes,
so
it is.
I just don't know. I can't get over. I came in there. I was in the green room and I heard Brian talking about the DC situation and the other coaches, and I'm like, oh God, that's wow. I mean, it's bad enough you're going to lose one, and the chances you could lose more of the staff. Oh, I hope
Yep.
not. They can do that. Hey, they can do that the 1st of June when they've been eliminated and aren't in the playoffs. Do it then. But I mean, I've always been I don't know. Like I said, I've always been finish what you started. But in our case, like I said, if it's a personal situation, it's got to be addressed. I give them the credit that I'm sure
Yeah.
it's extremely bad, and I really pray, I hope that whatever it is, it's resolved and it has a happy ending.
Yes. All right. So again, guys, check out the Boatsman on social media. He's definitely, like the biggest, and I mean that literally also because he's a pretty tall dude. But make sure you check him out on social media, right? Follow everything that's going on with him. I'm sure at some point in time, if BD and I can be clowns and do a podcast, I'm sure at some point the Boatsman will probably get something going also. So
Yeah, I seem to be. I'm having fun just jumping around on everybody's. As a matter of fact, this one's cool because this is what Talk Texas Football, right?
yeah.
So to be on here, it's kind of I would be remiss if I didn't
Very nice.
That's
Go
that
Green Machine.
yes, that's my alma mater. So
Well, Matt, we
man,
appreciate
love
you
it.
jumping on with us for a little bit. I mean, good luck for the season, man. I mean, honestly,
Yep.
I love you guys. Your team's awesome. I hope the best for you, man. Just whatever happens, I hope you guys are competitive and you have a better year than last year.
Yeah, and I'm not even selfish. I hope that we are, but I really hope that the whole league is. It felt a little bit lopsided last year. I mean, Memphis bombed, Houston bombed. I really felt like Arlington bombed. I mean, Michigan started to bring it on. Of course, St. Louis was always in the mix. You guys just would – the Brahmas were the fun team to watch for me, outside of course, rooting for my own team, because they weren't given the credit that they deserve, and you just watched them just – go. And, of course, everybody wants to see somebody off a champion, so I definitely would like to see you guys go. I'm not saying I want to see Birmingham go.
Nobody wants to see Birmingham go.
No,
Nobody.
outside of Birmingham, nobody wants to see Birmingham go.
Yep.
Nobody wants to see the same team win every time. It could be detrimental to a new league, but I'm not going to go there tonight. That's just it's like beating a dead horse. Birmingham fans argue with it, and I'm like, and I understand, I would too if it were my team, but it's just I want to see the whole league be more competitive, and so it's going to be a little bit tough right out of the gate when two teams have already just lost their head coaches.
Yeah, but it's okay because you made up for it. Because I see what you did there with your comment about beating a dead horse. Because that's what we're going to do is beat that dead horse when we play him. Anyways, let me get you off the air. Got to bring on the next guest, and but everybody follow him, show him some love. Boatsman, good luck this season, man.
You guys, I'm not even going to wish you luck because I don't think you need it.
Love it, man. Love you, brother.
Right.
Be good.
Later, man.
Okay, so the next group of people that we're bringing on, long history there, lots of love, lots of bad words, lots of friendship. Okay, but I got to bring
Who are
these
these
folks
freaking
on
guys?
because, right, this is the natural rivalry with San
Oh,
Antonio,
jeez.
and
Jeez.
much like his support for the team, Spurgeon is not there. So, what is up, Daddy Ed?
And I am coming to you live from the Brahmas home, away from home.
Yeah, that'll be our away stadium when we go up there and own you guys twice this year.
Well, I'm not going to say that ain't going to happen. I'm just telling you. You guys always, we got to say where we're coming from. So St. Louis has kind of become your home away from home. So this year will be no different.
I mean, basically, the way we're going to own the chicken coop by the end of the season, then yeah, you're right. It basically is going to be our second home.
Yep.
So are you gonna make the drive up here for both games again?
We definitely will. BD will be there for at least one.
I'll be there for the second game.
So,
I'm not gonna be able to make it to the first one, but
yeah.
So the burning question becomes, can San Antonio survive the killer schedule?
Oh yeah. Yeah. I'm not even worried about that.
I'm looking at your guys' schedule with the first 5 out of 6 on the road.
Mm-hmm.
I think San Antonio's got to be 3-3 coming out of those 6 games, or they're going to be in trouble.
I mean, the schedule on the road, whatever. It's every team is traveling the exact same except for Arlington. We've got we got a couple tough games, but I'm glad we're getting a bunch of road games out on early. Finish the season strong at home, and I've got no worries about the schedule at all.
Well, it puts you in the same. You're in the same boat as we are, as far as St. Louis is, as far as quarterback position goes, because we both head into the season with a couple of unknowns.
Oh, I don't know. I think I'd put my money on San Antonio and Kellen Mond because he is a
You're forgetting that I have a little history with Kellen Mond, being a Minnesota Vikings fan, and he wasn't able to crack. He wasn't able to crack the Minnesota roster very well. So, but quarterbacks need time to develop.
Neither was the player that was one of the best quarterbacks in the league for your team the previous 2 years.
It's too bad that he decided to get hurt 2 years in a row when it meant the most. He got hurt and really cost us.
Right. Kind of like the opposite of what our quarterback did last season in the playoff game when he decided that he didn't want to get hurt. So he laid down. Okay?
Yeah.
So, I'm still going to take shots at that, right? I'm sorry, but that was just, you don't do that. Anyways, you guys obviously have had some major changes, right? You're not bringing back some of your weapons that you had last season. And there was a little bit of coach controversy with Becht potentially looking to check out and then come back. And then nobody was really sure what was going on. Looks like that's all solidified now. What do you think of your team this season? Who do you think your biggest weapon is going to be? And what do you think your game is going to look like on, Sunday when you guys play? No, you guys are on Friday.
We kick things off on Friday night. I'm a little concerned about Friday night. Number one, week one, you really don't know how the teams shake out. So Houston did a complete makeover. So, we could be facing a totally different team than last year coming up on Friday night. My concern is that Coach Becht, I think, has kind of pulled the conservative coach route that a lot of head coaches take, in the fact that, we brought in Duggan and Cordero to kind of spice up the offense a little bit and push the ball down the field. And it looks like in game one, he decided to be conservative and start Manny Wilkins. So Manny Wilkins, I'm not putting a lot of stock in. I don't know. I say our basement for the season, 5-5. With some good breaks, I say our ceiling is probably 7-3.
Okay.
Now, but if you look in the XFL side of the conference, I think there's going to be a lot of parity this year. I think there's going to be a lot of close games, and I wouldn't be surprised to see a log jam at that wild card spot. Have one team win the conference, of course, but see a log jam at that wild card spot that goes down to tiebreakers. I think that you may have a log jam sitting at 6-4 when the wild card comes.
You're not wrong. We've seen that a lot of the XFL teams have really done a lot of moving around and trying to strengthen their position. So I could definitely see the close games, and those close games are definitely going to lead to some interesting playoff scenarios as we get closer to the end of the season. So I actually agree with you on that. It's amazing. I know. Log it down. But we agree on something. Okay. What are you thinking for this Saturday or for this Friday's game?
I think we're going to start slow. I think there's going to be a lot of conservative play calling, but I think in the end, I see a 23-17 win for St. Louis.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Well, I think there might be some people that might disagree with you on that. And I think it's going to be these folks right here.
Hey, Hey, there we go. Now we got the heavy hitters on here.
What's up, man?
Houston, Daddy thinks it's going to be a 23-17 win for St. Loser.
Negatory, Chief.
No, sorry. sorry, they're little battle chicken.
That's you.
But McCarron's gone.
Ed.
As you can see,
Your defense.
when I need some help, who has disappeared and left me high and dry?
Yeah. Well, I was gonna ask Spurge, what do you think? What are your predictions for the Battle Chickens this year? And that's the best take he's ever had. So
This is probably the best interview that Jason Spurgeon has ever done.
absolutely.
So
I will say, Ed, I think the score is relatively accurate. I just think that you've flipped it, and it's going to be a Roughnecks. I mean, we're back home at TDECU. You know, we've done a complete overhaul. We've got a new GM, and I mean, we've got nowhere to go but up.
So what's the friendly wager going to be?
Ed, all I can say, sir.
Oh, John, dang.
Ooh.
Oh, what's the friendly?
Ed, all I can say, sir, is you
That's
forgot
just
to drink
rude.
your smart
If
water.
we got some kind of a wager going on here, I think it's got to include, you know, as you can see in my backdrop, I've already got Big Rig's mask, and it's on my backdrop every
you're
week.
not
I've
getting
got
our-
a show. You know what I'm missing? You guys know what I'm missing. Come on.
Mask up
Tell
there.
you what, it won't be the quality ours is, but if St. Louis wins, I'll get you a
Eddie, I
Predator
think
mask,
you
and
forgot to drink your
it will
smart
be
water today,
our colors,
sir.
but somewhere on there, I'll put a Battle Hog emblem on it.
Hey, how about that?
Well,
So
Well,
now, yeah, I don't have one of those yet either.
This is the new and improved for 2025.
drill, baby, drill.
Nice. Nice.
I
Very
agree
nice.
with that, man.
Now, hold on. Now, what happens when the Battle Chickens lose? I think some facial hair needs to be removed. We need to get some feathers off of that face.
Oh my goodness.
Ed?
Hey, when you talk about losing hair, that's when you got to bring Jason on here. He's the one that's known for cutting his hair off.
And his hair's all nasty and dirty, and no one really cares, anyways. I feel bad for whoever has to cut it off of him. Wait, wasn't that you?
You guys always talk about eating battle chicken. How many wings do I gotta buy?
How many wings do you have to buy?
No, as long as you show up, our tailgates are always free. Find off of nothing but donations. I mean, might have to stoke the fire because we're rotisserie a bunch of battle chicken wings for this Friday night.
Chicken wings.
But a lot of that, in all seriousness, a lot of that has to do with our tailgate, and we sponsor veteran families to come out for free through Warrior Wishes. So a huge shout out to Warrior Wishes and all of the efforts that they do in providing wonderful tailgating and UFL experiences for veterans and their families.
Excellent. I know we've interacted with those folks here in San Antonio as well, and just a great group of people, and they're always so just appreciative of everything that we do. You guys know San Antonio, we love to tailgate. Obviously, we're bigger people. We love to eat our food. So we always make sure that we have more than enough. And they just so very, thankful and humble and meek and just appreciative of anything that we give. And of course, us Texans, we do things up big. So they're always taken care of. But make sure if you guys run into them, that you talk to them, find out about their mission, find out how you can help support them and keep, that legacy going, man, because that's just an awesome organization. Anyways, I'll get off my moral superiority soapbox there. All right, Rig, you've been kind of quiet. Talk some trash.
Oh, he froze.
I guess he froze.
As Rig Rocker will say, we will fill the rig and drill, baby, drill.
Great take, Rig. Love it. Love it. Okay. All right, guys, I appreciate it. Obviously, we've got a little bit of tension going on. Unfortunately, I'm not going to make it into Houston this weekend to support my Houston family as they roast those battle chickens because we're going to be up in Arlington.
Yeah.
So, guys, do your shameless plugs real quick. Daddy Ed, you guys were first. Do your shameless plugs.
You can catch us every Wednesday night, 8 o'clock Central, on Facebook, X, and YouTube. We cover the UFL now, about 100% UFL right now for the season, but we also cover college football and NFL football. So
yes,
catch us every Wednesday night. We're on regardless.
Yes,
very nice.
We'll hit our 100 about this time next year. So you guys got about a year on us. So congrats to you guys. That's awesome.
Well, and again, credit where credit is due. All of this started because of the X Fan show and Spurgeon making the mistake of bringing me on and letting me talk to people. And then that led to a guest spot with a completely different show. It was more of a variety show, which then led to BD and I and our buddy Coach starting Texans Talking Football. And then, of course, our brother show, which we absolutely love, wouldn't be here without them, Horns Forward Podcast, right? So we're all connected. We're all family, right? We talk trash. We, mess with each other. We do all that crazy stuff, but it's all one big UFL family, and we're here to support everybody. So, speaking of supporting everybody, Predator Couple, go ahead and give your shout outs for your social medias because I know, Mrs. Predator, you've got some stuff going on as well.
We are. You catch us on Facebook. I know that we have Instagrams, and I am one half of the only all women's football and women's sports initiative. The A team, Amanda, the A team with RC. So it's just the three of us ladies speaking from a woman's point of view. And we're on every Wednesday. You catch us on Facebook, 7 p.m. Central, because it's Woman Crush Wednesday, right? And we're enjoying it, and we're trying to build it up as best we can. Of course, fun and family and football, and that's what it's all about. I know that we're getting ready to continue traveling, and you'll see us at some extra games as well. What about the other stuff?
We got our masks are being redone. That's why we don't have them tonight. Like she said,
they're gonna be ready for the game.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
All right, fantastic.
So we will be traveling this year. We're gonna make all but 2 games. Now I had rebuttal on Michigan's shots fired. How many games did they win by just a field goal because of Bates? And who's not there? All right, just saying. But yeah, no, we're real excited. We've been able to talk to the GM, talk to Coach CJ, and everything. We've made a whole new overhaul.
Rig saw scrimmage, and I mean they're looking great, and we're definitely looking forward to. And like I said, we got nowhere to go but up. So get ready, Houston. It's time for liftoff. We're definitely here for Friday night live. Space City is the theme of the Friday night game. So get out there and show your support.
And we do have a whole new overhaul to the team and new attitude because we were told that a lot of the players didn't want to be there. The whole gamblers, roughnecks controversy went a little deeper than we thought. But is what it is, water under the bridge. We have a whole new team, whole new attitude. And Rick said seeing these guys up in Arlington at the scrimmage, they're super excited to be back in Houston, back at TDCU. Let's go. Fill the rig. Get out there. Get your season tickets for the Roughnecks. We lost a lot of people because we went to Rice. So I'm hoping to get all those people back now that we're back at TDCU. We did have a chance to go in there, tour the stadium. Complete overhaul. It looks amazing.
Dude, that Jumbotron, I'm telling you guys, you'll be able to see all the mocos in your nose. I mean, it is humongous. It covers the entire end zone. And they're going to be putting some
Nice.
suites underneath it. So, hey, get out there, enjoy it. We're going to have our H-Town Hop Zone. We're going to have some surprises at the tailgates. And we're definitely looking forward to Old Smoky sponsoring us yet again. Thank you, Old Smoky
Yet
Moonshine.
again.
So
Very nice.
I'm looking forward to Sean and Old Smoky and all of the regulars out there.
Riggs back.
Were you back?
He was moving.
Finally. Finally.
There he is.
There he is. He's alive.
You obviously didn't drink
Just
your
in
smart
time
water
for
before
me
you
to kick
came
him
on
out.
the show, did you? Story of my life.
That's horrible. Your co-host just abandoned you. And with that being the case, guys, good luck this weekend. Play nice, right? And play to win, right?
Oh, league first and then team. So, yeah, always.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's why
Same
we're ready to
with-
kick off the season.
All right.
We're gonna have an awesome surprise for the kids at the Roughnecks game. So
Nice. Okay. St. Louis.
Very nice. Well, thank you guys for
24 to
joining us,
12.
man. We really appreciate
Louis.
it. And good luck. Good luck this weekend, everyone.
Get them.
Hey,
All right, guys.
Uh,
Take care. I got to kick you out now. All right. See ya. And this guy. Okay. Now, I think it's only fair to warn you, the next group that we're bringing on is our game, right? Absolutely cannot have one state, one love without these boys. What is up, my fellow Texans?
My guys, what is up? Hey, congrats on the 100th episode, man. That's a big one.
Thank you, guys. One state, one love, baby.
Oh,
I got to thank you guys for that.
But Saturday, I'm sorry, y'all are enemies. You're cooked. Y'all are done. First loss of the season.
What was that about Saturday?
I said on Saturday, y'all will be getting y'all's first loss of the season.
No. I brought backup in just to prove to you, man, that
You
that
didn't
we will
sound
beat,
very,
baby.
you didn't sound very confident with that one.
Oh, we're 100%
Hey,
with that.
Renee, you got to turn your microphone
we gotta get
on.
this smoke.
Oh, wait.
They don't want,
I gotta find my microphone.
they don't want that smoke.
Look, man, I think we're
I have my
actually.
microphone on.
We're gonna be
You want to talk about? You don't want some smoke? Here she is.
Oh, now
we
time to run. Time to run.
What's up?
Say something about smoke. Oh, am I?
You're unmuted, Jackie. Give him that smoke, baby. Give him that smoke.
I was about to say, am I speaking? Y'all hear me?
Yes.
Yeah. Now, finally, Renee.
Yeah. All right, let me take
know I bring the smoke.
Because Mama
Real
is
quick,
here.
though, funny story. We kicked Spurgeon off, and he jumped in after the section.
That does sound like a St. Louis thing to come in right at the
Okay, I
end.
gotta put my glasses on. I can't see.
Here he is. The man,
Oh
the myth, the
Lord, you
legend.
missed your whole segment,
Missed your first
Missed the whole segment.
guys.
We had the blank screen up here for 5 minutes, man.
Hold on. I didn't miss the whole segment at all. I was actually watching. I was actually getting phone calls because something just literally broke 19 minutes ago from ESPN. And I was trying to track it down and figure stuff out. I mean, listen, how do you have the OG of spring football, the man that started this all back in 2019 on? I'm just saying. The man that started it all in 2019. I started all it. Listen.
The old man.
You're right. I am the old man of the spring football. And
Hey, you can tell in that beard, man.
Right.
Father time.
You ain't lying. Helping build these fan bases. Go on, Jay. It's your show. I don't want to take over. It's too easy with you.
BD, remember the command post? AAF, San Antonio Commanders. We were starting that.
What year?
Remember?
That was
2019.
I started the XFL STL talk show, STL talk show, whatever you want to call it, Battlehawk Live, whatever you want to call it. I started it in 2018.
That was on like UHF. That doesn't even count as real.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't.
It's called 2025.
You're an idiot.
Is what I am. And
That
plus,
will never get old. That will never get old. You're an idiot.
I don't support one
Never
team.
get
I
old.
support this entire league. That's the problem. Is everybody wants to support one team. Yes, I'm based in St. Louis, but if I show you the left side of my studio, it's got all UFL stuff in it, USFL stuff in it. This isn't about one team. It's never been about one team. It's been about this league from the get-go, and that's what it's always been about. I've preached it hundreds and hundreds of times, especially here in St. Louis, how St. Louis is nothing but a tribalism team. That's all we are.
Hey, but you ain't lying, Dirty. But this weekend is about the teams.
You're right. It's about this league with everything. Jay, I know you were looking for it. If you want, I could find it real quick.
No, it's okay. No, it's okay. I wanted to make sure that you got a chance to come in, take your shots, get it over with, and then I got to get you off because we got to talk some trash here, man. This is our game.
I have no shots to take. What can I say? Ooh, whoop-de-doo. St. Louis is the attendance record holder. Ooh, who cares? Logo. You see Marco's logo. They're the first XFL champion. The Arlington Renegades when they went 4-6 and played against DC. You guys,
Did you hear that? Did you hear that? You see? Did you hear that? You guys
Old
hear
news.
that? That's
Old
good.
news.
Jackie,
news.
I,
We're
you know,
in a
I,
whole new league now. It's called the UFL.
Yeah, we don't care about championships from leagues that don't exist anymore. Come
All right.
on now.
you ready?
That's
Okay,
why
okay.
Birmingham put
Goose
Miami
egg.
Heat.
Goose egg. Goose egg.
They cracked the Brahmas. They whooped us in St. Louis in the championship game, which I said it's going to happen. They're going to win. San Antonio is going to win in St. Louis. And then what happens? They come and play the Stallions and then drop a big giant goose egg.
Kind of like your fan base did on us when they said they were going to be there to support us.
Yeah.
And you guys couldn't even get
Listen.
10,000 people in your own house.
Hold on.
But we showed up. We showed up for our championship.
He called it, Jay. He
Thank
told
you,
us.
Renee. I called it. I told you exactly what was going to happen.
He knew it was going to happen.
That if the Battle championship game, that dome would be empty. And what happened?
Hey, Jay, they were salty, Jay. They were salty.
9,500 scan. 9,500
worst host ever.
You ain't lying. They were, and it's
Bring
going to be
bring it back to San Antonio because we know how to welcome every team.
We support the league and we support
know how
the
to clean up.
team. That's
Really?
the difference.
Schedule. You guys got something going on that weekend.
Speaking of things that are going on, Jay, I know you've got some things going on, so I'm kicking you off. Love you. Can't wait to see you in St. Louis, and I'll talk trash to you then. But we gotta have this week's game. Some trash talking.
You got to be careful, Jay, because I know where you're staying at when you get up here.
Yeah, you should.
Don't
You
threaten
should.
them with the good time.
Exactly. I'll see you, Spurs. Be good, man.
Later, man.
Okay. Here we go. The family is together.
Oh, the chocolate cake. Don't do that. But that's
I feel
probably
like
going
I
to be
just
the best
saw
part of y'all's day come Saturday. It's the chocolate cake.
Until the game is finished and we win, and I bring the hat back home.
Until we have some of that victory cake, right?
I'm taking the dispenser home with us. So
I want to see who's gonna cry first. I think it's gonna be Jay.
I mean, I don't know. I have video of the second the sadness smacked your face last season. So
no, it was a killer.
I got
That was the
video
first.
footage.
That's sun in my eyes.
And that's because it was at night. It was no even sun there, so
Yeah, there's no glare of the sun in
the
your
brightness
eyes.
of the numbers of the
lights. The lights were on. The lights were on bright.
No, no.
It was Val's shining personality.
Oh Lord.
Love you, Val. I know you're out there. Love you, man.
We love Val.
Yeah, it was such an exciting game. I stayed up for that one.
Renegade. Sleepy sleep.
Still don't get how the man can sleep in a
Look,
football game.
look, right there.
No, it's a tradition, Jeremy. He has to fall asleep.
Yes, he
Every
has to.
game. He's on a
Yep.
roll. 2 seasons
He
straight.
falls asleep. San
No,
Antonio
you guys,
wins.
you guys want him to sleep because every time he sleeps, you guys win.
Exactly.
That's not true.
Right?
And he's always going to sleep.
I'm
That's
keeping it.
not
I'm
true.
keeping
We
it that.
just gotta, we want to win. We just got to play you guys. So that's really all. It doesn't matter who sleeps. We just play you. We win.
Well, here's the question.
Dang.
Here's
It's
the
their team
question
sleeping.
for Tim and Marco. Can your few fans be louder than us because you weren't last time?
Shit, I'm damn near loud as hell myself. The only one that gives
I
me a
don't
run,
think so, sir.
or a run for my money is Jay. That's the only one.
No,
In
sir.
all fairness, my guys, you go back and watch those games. In your stadium, you hear us on the national broadcast.
And we doubled our group this year. So
Oh, yeah.
we coming in hot. Coming in hot.
Not gonna be enough at all.
Just bring it.
Okay.
Move to.
Just bring it. Bring
I'm
it.
bringing my good luck
Sleepy
charm too.
Brahma.
Our sleepy Brahma.
Sleepy
But
Brahma!
she, in all fairness, she only sleeps during the tailgates. And she's
Yes.
awake enough during the game.
Yeah.
So we're good there.
Never seen her sleepy sleep during the game.
Do we have a
Yep.
under Saturday for who's asleep first? Sleepy Bummer or Sleepy Bandito?
It'll probably
Dang
be
it.
her first, but she'll wake up though. She'll be awake for the entire game.
Yeah.
As for Val, I mean,
She'll be asleep during
Oh
the game,
no!
I'm sure, at some point.
He coming in. He coming in rested.
Well,
he'll say that every time.
He coming in rested.
I do have to give credit where credit is due, though. In all fairness, he has earned that sleep because he's out there busting his tail on the tailgates and making sure that everybody is well fed, well hydrated, well intoxicated. Let's be honest.
Well, I say in San Antonio, it's just probably the potato salad that put him.
Yeah.
Potato salad.
Hey,
Babe.
he said we got so full we didn't even remember what kind of barbecue we had.
It was Wish barbecue. Yep. It was Wish barbecue. I wish I had some barbecue.
And seriously, oh my gosh,
But-
you know what? The Renegades are amazing. And you guys have been so loving and supporting of us and embracing us. And I have to just say, I know y'all didn't tell me to say this, but I'm just going to say, you support me. I'm the weirdo because y'all know what I eat. We don't have to go there, but y'all know what I eat. And y'all
Lawn
embrace
clippings.
that. You embrace what
Grass.
everybody does. And I appreciate
Trust
that.
me, we're gonna have
Love.
enough cow. We're gonna have enough cow out here. Cow,
Rocky
some
Mountain
pork,
oysters
we're
after
having
the
all
game.
that.
I
Mr.
don't
J.
eat my own.
Mr. J will, yeah.
Yeah, we want we want our tailgates to be all inclusive to every UFL fan there is, no matter which team they're with, no matter what their age is. We want kids to be able to come out to the event. We want our opposing teams fans to be comfortable to come out to the event, have a good time. I mean, this is our home stadium. You know, it's that Southern hospitality. We're gonna welcome you. Even when it's like y'all's case, y'all are coming, we're gonna have to have a good time, and then y'all are gonna have a really bad time. And I mean, I just hate that it has to happen that way for you. But I mean, I understand because it was us for last season. You know,
You're right. We are going to have a bad time because we're not going to put up 35 on you like we were kind of expecting. It's probably going to be more like 21, 22.
no, y'all are gonna be shut down for sure. The thing, y'all aren't gonna be able to shut down the offense, man. We have Luis Perez coming back again after a full year.
Yeah.
So
Do you know who
we
our
got
defense
a year and a half.
Yeah. Do you know who our defense is?
Sorry, we
Yeah,
got
little
the best
Bo Peep
defense,
and the Sheep.
sir.
We went over this. Like,
Luis
Yeah,
Perez, you
and they
mean the
ran
king of
all over
spring
us last
interceptions? I'm not worried. I'm not worried.
They're not gonna man up Vaughn. They're not gonna man up Winningham. They're not gonna man up Peyton. They're not gonna man up Burnett. Like,
Bring
so what
your
do you
own
got?
juice, baby.
They're not going to need to because your guys going to be throwing balls straight to us, and we're just going to be running them in. Remember, we got the first pick 6 in the league in your house.
In your
Remember
house.
that? In
That's,
your house.
that's one of those stats that pop up on the screen. You're like,
That's old
who really
news.
even kept
I
up
was
with
about
that?
to say that's old news. That's old news.
Which league are we talking about?
We'll reprint the headline for you guys on Saturday. So, again, guys.
It's hard to trash talk when they're family. One state, one love.
Yeah, right.
Yep. One state, one love.
I can't wait to see how you guys. It's gonna be a great day, man. But between 3 to 6,
absolutely.
We're gonna keep it
Starting
up
with
Friday
Friday.
night with the rally. I mean, it's gonna be a hell of a time, man. I can't wait, you guys.
Oh, I can't wait either.
Yeah.
It's going to be so much fun. Can't wait to make the trip up there or over there. I don't even know where y'all are, so I'm just going to say,
some
see
would call
y'all.
it up yonder.
Over yonder?
Yeah.
That's
Up
good. I like that.
yonder. It's up yonder. You got up yonder, down yonder, over
I get to
yonder.
see all my little baby renegades. I love them. All my baby
Yep,
renegades.
little
Y'all
Miss
know what I'm
Janelle will be
talking
there.
about.
Speaking of things going on, going up, going whatever, I heard there might be an actual podcast coming from the Arlington area. So maybe you guys might want to plug that real quick before I kick you out.
Yeah, we you know what I mean? It's a Let's Ride podcast. We're on the STUF TV, YouTube. We're having a little bit of trouble on the Facebook, but I mean, right now also on the Instagram. So I mean, we just started. We'll be doing a third show tomorrow at 7:30. So yeah, I mean,
Wednesday
it
show.
started up. I mean,
Awesome, guys. That's fantastic. Well,
Excellent.
well, it's
That's
'cause,
because they're
we got,
praying for the win.
we're
They're
having
praying for the win.
Bob Stoops is talking tomorrow, so we're gonna have something something new to, you know what I mean?
I'm trying to get them to take it to the media press of what Bob Stoops' favorite flavor beaver nugget is. I mean, this is important
I'll take
information.
caramel.
He's not an
I want to know
Oklahoma
what's
man.
I want to know what's in his coffee cup about 3 a.m.
We know it's in that coffee cup. You can smell it if you talk to him.
Well,
Yeah.
I'll say this. I'm really happy that you guys have finally joined the podcast game because I know you and I, brother, have been talking about it for a while and you wanted to kick it off. So I'm happy to see y'all are finally making it happen.
Oh, thanks. You know what I mean? You guys have been a big help. You know what I mean? Trying to just learn a little bit as I go, and you know what I mean, just looking at different things that people are doing. You know what I mean? I see a lot of people use this podcast thing to bash the league. You know what I mean? I want to do something different and not bash the league. I want to, you know what I mean? Let's grow this instead of just bashing.
Absolutely.
That's what it's all about, man. We talk trash and whatever, but we're all family, right? It's about the league and about supporting it so it continues to grow.
Yeah.
Right.
And we're the I-35. We're the I-35, baby.
Oh, it's coming. Hey, and if any Brahmas or Renegades players are watching this podcast, don't bobble your balls because you're gonna get it. You're gonna get it. Do not bobble your balls. 2 hands.
Either one of us.
Look,
either one of us, man.
You men obviously don't know how to handle balls, so I guess. A little bit of neutral.
We're gonna be doing to the Brahmas.
Hey, I work veterinary medicine, so I know stuff.
I don't want to think about that.
On that note,
It's gonna be a good time, right? Good time.
Rally this Friday, tailgate this Saturday, incredible game Saturday afternoon, right? Cannot wait to see you guys. Cannot wait to hang out. We're going to bash each other during the game, but we're all family before and after, man. That's going to be awesome. Chocolate cake. Chocolate cake.
Y'all have safe travels. If y'all need anything from us, holler at us. You know where we'll be. And once again, man, congratulations on 100 episodes.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Tim.
Thank you. All right. All of you got to go. We got to bring on one more guy.
Bye.
All right, guys. You guys have a good one.
Marco, you too. Thank you.
All right, brother. You guys have a good one.
Thanks for joining us.
Trying to turn off all these cameras. Renee, we'll see you this weekend. Be good.
All right. Love you guys. Happy
Love you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay. Our last and final guest, right? Because now we're going to switch gears because we talk about all things football here in Texas. The legendary Bobby Otten, right? He has been a longtime supporter of Texans Talking Football here. He's our arena football guy. He knows everything that's going on with all the different leagues. Big contributor rather for Pro Arena Talk, and now he's got a new gig. Bobby, why don't you tell us about that new gig real quick, and then we'll jump into some arena football.
Yeah, no problem. First of all, man, thank you guys for having me. Happy 100. You guys have been, we've been kind of connected for 2 years now, give or take, something like that.
Something like that, yeah.
Yes, sir.
Been following you guys, love everything you guys do.
I'm
I know
sorry.
you guys are UFL guys, obviously, but we talk everything, right? Football at Days In. I'm just glad we get it all year round, basically, right?
Oh, yeah.
So a little bit what Marco was talking about. I'm part of STWF TV now, which is where he's actually doing his new podcast with a guy called Unk. He's the guy that's the heart and soul of STWF. And so that's just kind of where I'm doing my thing at now, just kind of shifted gears a little bit. Some life change things have happened, and I've kind of connected with these guys, and here we are.
That's awesome, man. That's
Yes.
awesome. Good to hear.
So, you obviously are our indoor guy, right? We rely on you a lot for a lot of the information. You especially, give us the games that we really need to, pay attention to, or, the highlight reels that we need to go back and watch in case we don't get to see everything on it. I got to ask you, right? We're Texans, right? San Antonio made the jump to the IFL last year, and we knew it was going to be a bit of a challenge. Starting out, they weren't really going up against a super powerhouse of a team.
Right.
And low-scoring game, and they botched it. What is going on with our San Antonio Gunslingers?
So if you look overall, if you look across like all leagues right now, scoring seems to be tough. And you would think in a 50-yard field, it would be, I am anyway. I'm used to 70 to 65,
Mm-hmm.
That's I noticed that just looking at the scores, there's a lot of 20s and 30s,
very
for the
much.
game. And it's just, holy crap.
Yeah, so for those who don't know much about the indoor game, the indoor football league is more of even though it's a smaller field, it's more of a run-based first. So they're big on running the ball, not so much passing. But at Days In, scoring 20 points in indoor isn't going to get you anything. I mean, because you're not known for defense in indoor. They have people out there because they have to. You know what I'm saying? But it's not like it's something that has to happen. So to explain what's really happening, so I'll say this: I don't know if you guys are aware of what's going on with it in IFL right now. They started their own network. Do you guys know about
So
this?
I was going to ask you about that and kind of what your thoughts on it, and just the decision they made for that.
So I'm on both sides of the coin, right? I understand why they did it, because they are the premier league when it comes to indoor football. They've been around. I think this is year 2017, I believe.
Something like that. I think a couple of years ago they said it was like the 15th straight year longest running indoor team or indoor league.
So their YouTube page got wiped. Every playoff, any game is no longer on there. They put it on what's called the Indoor Football League Network, where you charge $30 for the season, which isn't terrible, right? I mean, you can watch any game, every game for $30. The problem is when you're a guy like me who doesn't have a team that you actually follow, is it worth it? And probably not. Like I got better things I can spend $30 on. That sounds terrible, but you kind of get where I'm going with that. So the people who it hurts are the actual players more than anything. You guys are UFL guys, so you see the guys that come from IFL over to the UFL, right? It happens often, many times, and that's because these coaches, the scouts, get on these YouTube pages and watch what's happening. But I don't know how much that's going to happen now, because now the IFL isn't even updating stats on their website anymore. You don't really see too many highlights. It seems like it's really reserved now for what they're actually used to be. So like I said, I see both sides. I see the fan side of it. Hey, it's worth it because it gives them more revenue. But then also I'm looking at the player side of it where it hurts them more than anything because they're not getting the spotlight like they used to, right?
Yeah, you know, like I said, it's $30, but I'm not really going to get it more for principle than anything because you know, even though it's the longest running indoor league, 17 years now, there's still not a lot of eyes on the league. I mean, you watched the YouTube streams last year, you see how many people are watching it, and it's not a ton, maybe 1,000, 1,500. And if you're in that position as a league, I think you need to have your product available to as many eyes as possible just to get your name out there, to get your league out there. And so I really think it's a mistake for them to launch a paid subscription service. I mean, I think how many subscription services do they have now? Every freaking TV channel and has one. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's only $30. Yeah, but it's now something else that I have to pay for.
Correct. That's how I look at it too.
I mean, how many games am I really going to watch on it? So I think it's a mistake. And I understand the reasoning for it, but I what they're expecting to get out of it, I don't think they're going to get.
Yeah, I think this is going to be the only year that they possibly do it. I don't see it lasting beyond this year, honestly.
Yeah. And I'm going to take the flip side of the coin here, right? We're looking at it from our perspective, being, UFL guys, being NFL guys. And, we might spend a couple of bucks to go watch a game here locally when we don't have, a UFL game that conflicts with what's going on in IFL or something like that. But we're also used to, the IFL putting all the games on YouTube. We're used to the NAL and having all the games on YouTube. So we didn't have to worry about it. So we could still watch and see what was going on. But not every fan is necessarily worried about what's going on in the UFL, right? So you're going to have, I will say though, attendance was a little bit shocking at the San Antonio game. It maybe because they had the Brahmas event going on kind of at the same time, and we had like a major turnout there. But the attendance at the San Antonio game was not what I'm sure what they expected. So hopefully, things kind of turn around there a little bit and they get a little bit more support back. But there are people like, guys like you that are really interested in this game. And so, yeah, you don't necessarily have a home team. And it's going to make it kind of hard for you to want to spend that money. But there are folks that are going to be like you that do have a home team. And so I think that the product is catered a little bit more to guys like that, which is why it's only $30 for an entire season, and you've got 16 games in a season, so at least 8 you're going to be watching on the whatever their app is. So not really a bad investment. I don't think overall that they were trying to swing for the fences with it, right? They're just trying to capture a little bit more market dollars that they otherwise wouldn't have gotten because they were giving away the product for free. So that's just kind of my take on it.
Yeah, makes sense. Like I said, I'm on both sides of the coin at Days End. Like,
what does it stream on? I know you obviously have your phone app and stuff like that, but do they have a smart TV app? Do they have like for Xbox, PlayStation, stuff like that?
I think it's iflnetwork.com, and then you can cast it to your TV if that's what you choose to do.
Well, everybody seems to have an iPhone, so it's pretty easy to cast from your phone to just about anything.
Yeah.
Go Android, baby. That's what I'm saying. I ain't part of your crowd. Anyways, okay.
We don't want you in our crowd.
Yeah, shut up. San Antonio started out a little bit rough, but overall, right, you had some pretty solid play. I know this gentleman here, Chris Mason, asked about Omaha Beef being better than the Massachusetts Pirates. 2 different leagues, but Massachusetts lost, Omaha won, so it's a hard comparison.
Yeah,
right?
Different rules, different leagues, different players. It's hard. It's hard to really say.
Yeah. So I would say right now they're probably about even, just because of the level of talent and the 1 win versus the 1 loss, and the season is still extremely new, and we absolutely have no idea what's going on. I mean, it was 1 game; it could have been just a bad game. but you are right. Just looking at scores in general, I mean, other than outside of the AF1, which I want to get your take on for in just a second. Most of these scores are absolutely ridiculous, minus this Columbus Lions versus Peach State, back at the beginning of the month, right?
And that was
It's
just a
absolutely
preseason game, so it really didn't even matter.
no, but an absolute ridiculous 85-0. I mean, you couldn't put up two. I mean, that's
So look,
crazy.
I would put Columbus up. So we're just talking about different leagues. I would put Columbus up against any team in any league, and they would be the favorite home and away on a neutral field. That's how good they are.
Oh wow,
nice. And I could see that. I mean, I know Columbus was a tough team to deal with, back when we were still in the NAL, and they've just been a really strong team. I know Corpus. It was well, actually, I take that back. It was Corpus that was dealing with them back in the
yeah,
AIF.
AIF.
Yeah, I think it was AIF.
Yeah.
Right.
I forget which.
They're the ones that. Yeah, they had a hell of a fight with them.
Yeah.
I was super excited to hear that Corpus was going to be making the move right up and moving to NAL, and there was that whole contract dispute and the nonsense and the whatever. And so then they move over to AF1. AF1 formerly, the AFL in many different iterations and whatever.
Yeah.
Kind of exciting, right? Here comes this new rebranded AFL trying to redeem, some of their history and some of their past. And then what's happened, right? Bobby, talk to us about kind of what's happened.
So started off with, oh gosh, I want to say 14 to 16 teams, somewhere in there. And they're currently playing with 8. So they lost half their league before it even started, including up into 2 days before the season was actually supposed to start. So you had Orlando drop out the week of over, that's a whole nother, but then Arizona, which I don't know what they were even doing, dropped out literally 2 days before the season was supposed to start. They were like, oh yeah, by the way, we don't have a home arena. We don't have money. We can't do this. Okay, see you later. We'll try it again next year. It's not been the greatest start for the AF1, and I was really hoping that we would get back to something really good here. I just don't know if it's even going to survive the season at this point, honestly.
I mean, I felt like we were saying that all last year too. I mean, even leading up to the championship game, it was problems and unsure if it was going to happen then. I just, Jay said, we've all said before, I mean, we love the old school AFL, and it just holds a dear place in our heart and stuff. We'd love the league to get back to its old glory days, but man, just every turn, you're getting hit in the face with something.
Yeah. The good news is that they have one of the best streams in the league, in any league. Their streams are fantastic. Yeah. They put their money into the product itself. Now, we could talk about their turf and fields and all that and how terrible those are, but the actual stream itself, top notch, fantastic. Now you watch it on 3 different options. They don't have one solid optional. It's like Evergreen TV, Evergreen Now, Vice TV, and YouTube. So you kind of you never know where to actually turn to for it. But at day's end, it looks really good.
Yeah, unlike some of the fields that we've seen and some of the hazards that have happened, even in San Antonio, right? When we were playing at the San Antonio Rose Palace in Bernie, and there was piles of horse manure at one end because it was a rodeo stadium, and then when they moved to the Freeman Coliseum and the NAL, and then they still
had a pile of manure in the end zone because you decided to bring a horse onto the field. But okay.
Oh yeah. Anyways, I will say again, I'm just as excited as you were about the rebirth of AF1 and what it meant. I was excited that Corpus was getting involved with it because that you had a very solid Corpus team going into what was potentially a competitive league, so they could really show off what they could do. And then now this is kind of happening. I mean, the sad thing, at least for me, right, being an old AFL fan, I even had the PlayStation video game, right?
Yeah.
I wasn't expecting John's comment to take up the screen like that.
Yeah, it's all right. But just seeing some of these old school names popping up, and then to see the league kind of dishonor that history with some of the craziness that's going on. And I don't want to, blame it all on the league and dump it all on them and say, oh, they're evil and whatever. But it's just like, man, guys, come on, you got to fix this, because there's so much riding on this, so much history and so much, passion and connectedness with, this league that had been around up until, the IFL overtook it. They had been around for forever, and Kurt Warner came from the AFL, right?
Yeah.
So there's a lot of important history here. One of the reasons why we cover so much football is because we could potentially be watching the next Kurt Warner developing, right? And we want to make sure that we're following him all throughout his career. But this isn't the way to do it. So if you were in charge of the AFL, what would you do to fix things?
I would figure out how to merge with another league, honestly. I think we have way too many options out there. Obviously, more options mean more people have options to play, but there's absolutely no point to be fighting against somebody else to get territory and to get the product out there. If the three of us had 3 different teams, and then we just let's put all of our money together and make this work really well, or we could be 3 separate entities and struggle, which option sounds better? I would just figure out a way. And I'm not saying merge. I honestly think the NAL and the AF1 should be one league. Honestly,
I like that.
Yeah.
I like that.
IFL needs to do its own thing, obviously, because it is the premier league of indoor football. But the other two, there's no reason why they shouldn't be one. And you got to figure out a good game plan that is going to work, and you have to figure out something that is going to make the product and also get the players out there, because that's more important than anything. These guys love football. They get paid hardly anything to put their life on the line every week. It's like $200 a game, and they're playing it. So obviously they love it. So we just got to do a better job of, number one, the one thing I love about indoor league is that they used to be fan based. It was always about the fans. It was always about the entertainment that happened in between the plays, halftime, before, after games. You get to go on the field and have all the autographs, take photos. So it's a family fun experience.
Yeah.
They still do that, but I just think we're at a different stage in life now where we have to just really do something different. And I think that different is putting down our pride and just figuring out what works best. So that's what I would merge, honestly.
I like it. And I know we had definitely talked about that in some of our private chats. We were thinking that the AIF was going to merge with the NAL, and then the AIF just kind of dissolved.
They're back now, by the way.
Yeah. So hopefully
they're back.
Yeah. Hopefully things get straightened out here, because I definitely, if nothing else, again, we're biased. I don't necessarily want to see any of these teams go away, but I especially don't want to see Corpus go away, because that is a prime market for, a product such as indoor football, right?
Yeah.
Because they're at least 2.5 hours from San Antonio, where they could see, professional, like the next level of professional football. They're 4 hours from Houston, 6 hours from Dallas. Those aren't like numbers that are going to contribute to people driving that far just to go watch a game. Well, you've got this in your backyard, and you're watching those potential players develop into the next league, right? It's an awesome product. And like I said, I don't want to see Corpus get shafted in this deal, because they partnered with the wrong league. So fingers crossed.
They have to get some. They got to get some T's crossed and some I's dotted as well. I don't know if you watched their first game, but they only had rebound nets in one end zone, so they weren't even prepared for the whole season yet. And from what I'm hearing, people aren't getting paid yet in Corpus. So,
I saw that a couple weeks ago. And man,
the hotel.
No,
the whole
they
hotel
started
thing.
the season and they're not getting paid to play yet.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
They played a game and haven't received anything. So,
well, in all fairness, I mean, San Antonio has a history of that with the original gunslingers. 5 or 6 players, everybody get a paycheck, but only 5 or 6 players would be able to cash it because then the money would be out. Right.
Hey, look, I was a Voodoo fan. I know how it was. That's exactly how I rolled with us.
I got to see the final Talons versus Voodoo game in New Orleans.
Oh, dude.
And
we were there at the same game and didn't even know because I was there.
That's awesome. I actually got to meet Brian, help me. Well, who's my player?
Man, I don't remember. Dang. Begins with an O.
It was one of the wide receivers.
Last name begins with an O.
I'm trying to remember. I've got the jersey sitting down in the closet, but it's downstairs. Yeah. Anyways, Robert Kidoga. I knew I'd remember it. Okay. I showed up wearing my Q jersey, and we actually met him at the San Antonio game when they were at the Rose Palace. But I showed up in my Q jersey, supporting San Antonio, and wouldn't you know it, like 4 rows over, there his parents are sitting, and they came over and said, "You're wearing our son's jersey." I'm getting goosebumps just thinking about it, man. It was it was so much fun, and that was a great game, right? High scoring game, really close game. I think New Orleans won that game, if I remember correctly. I'd have to go back and look. But then, hung out with some friends in New Orleans, drove back the next day, met the team here at Line and Rose on over in the Stone Oak area. Visited with all of them and said, "Hey guys, don't," because there was speculation about what's going to happen with the team and everything. I'm like, don't worry about it. City's got your back. We're going to support you. Come back. We're going to kill it next year. And then they disbanded like 2 or 3 months later, and it was like, oh. So I feel your pain with all that, man.
I think we were out the next season, so it is what it is. I think because if I remember right, Talons went to Georgia. If I remember, they went from San Antonio and became the Georgia Force, and then that's what we do, right?
Yeah.
And it's a very nomadic culture. It happens, but. All right, Bobby. Well, we are way beyond our time.
Guys.
But I want to make sure that you have an opportunity because, again, huge contributor to the show. We couldn't do half this indoor stuff without you. So make sure you give your shout outs, your social media, all that stuff, how people can follow you and keep track of you and everything like that. And, any shows that you may be on, go for it. Stage yours.
So, awesome. Number one, again, thank you guys so much for everything. Appreciate the friendship. I'll get out to SA one day and we'll kind of hang out and do all that fun stuff.
Absolutely.
Follow us over on SCWF TV, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, X, whatever we call it now, YouTube, everything. You can find us there. We have podcasts every day of the week, covering different sports from anything from football to WNBA and everything in between. So,
nice.
SCWF TV on any platform.
Excellent,
awesome, man.
Appreciate you guys.
Appreciate you
Bobby,
coming on.
Again.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, man. Much appreciated. All right. Be good, bud.
Yep.
Okay. BD. It's just you and me now. Okay.
That was a wild. That was a wild ride.
That was a wild 100th episode, man. Lots of fun, lots of trash talking, lots of love. Just what we would expect from 100th episode here in Texans Talking Football. Yeah. Oh, wow. Look, this guy finally shows up. That's all right. I love you anyways, Robert, right? Twinsies for life, baby. Let's go. Except his is on his calf, and I'm not putting my arm anywhere near his stank calf. But 100 episodes, B. Favorite moments here?
Man, I don't know. I don't think I can pick. It's just been a lot of fun just doing this for damn near almost 2.5 years now, 100 episodes. Man, I know we talked earlier, maybe see if a coach could get on because he started with us the first few episodes. Man, wish you could have jumped on at least say hi, but
yeah.
You know what?
Shout out Coach Tom Walker.
Yep, absolutely. Dude, I don't know. I don't know if I thought we would get 200 episodes or what, but it's kind of crazy that we did.
Yeah. I would have to say our remotes that we've done. Probably some of the funnest stuff that I can think of that we've done with Texans Talking Football.
The barbecue one. Oh,
well, the barbecue one. Also the fundraiser that we did. For Texans Talking Football and Horns Forward. I mean, I'll hook you up with a spotted cow, Brian, and you can see what he's talking about. They're not bad. It's not like necessarily anything to write home about, but it's a great Wisconsin beer, so I don't really care. He's a Minnesota fan. It's fine. The remotes, right? Going out and hanging out with people and meeting new people and talking and promoting and doing all the stuff. That's probably been my funnest memory with this show.
Yeah.
And we don't count any of those as episodes because remotes they're just remotes. So, okay. End of the show. Got to give a shout out to W Energy Drink. Been a sponsor of the show for a while. If you're interested, make sure you go to our Facebook page, click on the link, and you buy some W Energy Drink. We get some W Energy Drink for free, and I could always use some energy drink, so we're all about it. Got to give a shout out to 210 Bramacita. We really need to get the QR code on our show.
We do.
But 210 Bramacita put in a lot of hard work and effort and has created a collection for the Horns Forward podcast, the Vamos Bramas podcast, which should be on tomorrow. Make sure you tune in if you're a Spanish speaker or you want to learn Spanish. That's a great show to watch, man. Two very entertaining individuals on there. But then also Texans Talking Football. We've got some merch on there as well. The other reason why I wanted to bring that up, though, is because 210 Bramacita and King Mars partnered up to do a honor and courage line supporting it's
Mission,
something 22.
It's Mission 22.
Mission 22.
And it's a foundation to kind of help veteran suicides. The whole thing is every 22 minutes a veteran commits suicide. So that's where the 22 comes from. And so go to the Horns Forwards podcast on Facebook or Texas Talking Football. You can find a link to the merch and find the Honor and Courage collection. And $2 from every purchase, every item purchase will go to the Mission 22.
Yes. So we will get that link put up, that QR code in our format here and on our Facebook page. If nothing else, right, the whole veteran suicide thing affects just about everybody around us, especially here in San Antonio, where this is Military City, USA, and somebody knows a veteran somewhere. And I mean, this is a very real thing and a very serious thing. And these folks, offer their lives up to protect our freedoms here at home. The least we can do is show some support for them. So check out the merch in the on our store. You can go to the Horns Forward podcast right now and find that QR code and check out some of the merch, buy some stuff. If you don't necessarily see anything there that you like, then go check out Mission 22, see what you can do to donate and help them out. It's a worthwhile cause. And because DJ is a veteran, I mean, it affects him directly. There's people that he knows that have struggled with this issue. He maybe even knew a few that have, unfortunately gone the full route, right? And that's just a horrible, horrible thought to think that we don't have anything there to protect our veterans from the ultimate evil, which is within, right?
So if you go to the thing, Jay said, if you don't find anything you like, I guarantee you're not going to find something that you don't like. I mean, it's all fantastic. It's an amazing job. 210 Bramacita, she did overdid herself with this one. It's fantastic. So,
yes. So, the other thing I want to make sure that that we do is thank all you guys, right? 100 episodes. We could not do that without you guys, our fans, our friends, people that are just willing to put up with us for, an hour. Well, now almost 2 hours. But again, couldn't do it without you guys. So thank you so much for taking time out of your day to come visit with us, be a part of the show, throw your comments in and everything. We're going to continue to try and do the best we can to give you good quality entertainment. It is us, though, right? So, don't expect.
Get your hopes too high.
Yeah, don't expect the world, but we're certainly going to try. Okay. Oh, and I want to make sure that I thank our very own Sleepy Brahma for allowing me to do this every Tuesday and every Monday with Horns Forward, and just supporting us and not mocking me too terribly badly. And B, I think you probably ought to, thank your significant other as well.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, my wife Claudia, she, you guys who know me, I'm not the quietest person around. So, we're doing the show. It's, my voice is echoing throughout the house, and I'm sure she gets tired of hearing it. So, I mean, I just, I love her. I appreciate her for just kind of putting up with hearing me for every Monday, every Tuesday. So.
Wow. The Boomer Sooner, I get what you're saying. I understand where they're coming from, with the threats of the player strike and everything, because they're looking out for themselves and their health and everything like that. I get the sentiment and I get the raw emotion behind this comment and everything. I'm hopeful that we're not ever going to get to that point, that they're going to figure out a solution that works for both sides, and we don't even have to worry about it. So that's kind of my hope. But I get where you're coming from, right? I'm not saying it's not an invalid feeling. I'm just trying to look for the positive, the silver lining, the happiness, right? So hopefully we don't ever have to worry about them striking and then them failing at life or anything else like that. But anyways, guys, episode 100 is in the books. We've been on entirely too long. I want to thank all the guests that came on tonight.
I mean, it should be
fans.
kind of like episode 105 now or something, as long as it's been. So,
well, we usually go over anyway, so technically we would already be well past that with all of our extra time.
Not 42 minutes over, but
usually about 15, 20.
Yeah. But,
we've done that before.
Like I said, I mean, thank you everybody who jumped on, spent some time with us. It was a fantastic show, and I gotta go eat some battle chicken. My wings are here. They've been sitting up there for about an hour now. So
get it. Boomer, again, totally understand. Like I just said, raw emotion, understandable. I'm branded for life, right? And if they strike and it potentially ends the season or it ends the league, right? I've got a tattoo for no reason. So I get the raw emotion, man.
And,
I really do.
Just to I know you saw the post. I saw it pop up too as we were doing the show. It didn't say that it said all options are on the table. That's what the quote was. They're going to talk it through. They're going to figure something out. So it's not they're going on strike or anything like that. It was just probably the question was asked, is it an option? And yes, it is. It's an option. If something's not agreed upon, they may look at. So it wasn't definitive or anything like that. So,
right.
Take a breath. We'll enjoy this week of football, and we'll go on.
Hopefully cool heads prevail and they get it figured out. But in the meantime, guys, again, thank you so much. Episode 100 is in the books. This weekend, UFL starts. We obviously have a huge game going on. And hang on. Brahma Babe is messaging about the rest of the staff that's going to be leaving DC and joining Reggie Barlow to Tennessee State. So
we're at 145. So you can respond to that message outside.
Yeah.
All right,
Tim English. Tim, I think you got it wrong. You guys are going to be doing this all game, right? So love you guys.
All right, later, guys. We'll see y'all next week.
Anything else before we go?
Nope. Suck it, Arlington.
Suck it, Birmingham.